Hey everyone, this is Dan Black, aka Dan Black Vlogs, here again for a new video. I don't really make video content as much anymore, and I'll be making some videos from time to time. This was just one that I decided to do just to be more helpful and more helpful minded of others who are struggling to get their GED or go back to school or change their life. Okay? So this is a video on how I passed the GED exam in 2018. That's the year that I took it and the year that I found out I passed it. And for proof that if I actually have my GED, these are the original copy and the original duplicates right here. If you want a closer look, I could just show you really quick. See, it's right here. It's in the New York State High School Equivalency Diploma. Got the scores here and everything. Okay? It's all me right there. Don't mind the address. That's an old address, so I don't really live there at all anymore. But yeah, this is it right here. Official New York State GED certificate or TASC certificate. Okay, so how I was able to pass it, and as I'll start off, is that the time when I was studying and interested in getting my GED done was during the time I was still living with my parents, and not still with my parents, but still living with one of my parents, and I took some classes part time from the full time work that I was doing before when I was in the city. This is before I moved upstate New York. As you can see here, the scores isn't there anymore because it's been over a year now since I last took the GED and passed it. I passed the reading, writing, mathematics, science, and social studies. The name of the website where you can see your scores, especially if you pass it or not, is the New York Test Assessing Secondary Completion, or other than NewYorkTaskTest.com/exam main page. That's the main page. But you just go on this website, NewYork.TaskTest.com. Okay? And what I did to pass is that I studied on my own mainly. For people that lives in New York State, it says it's free, but the fastest way to be able to get a seat to take the GED exam or the TASC exam, which is what they call it now, is this: you go to the free GED classes. The school that I recommend is the New York Adult Learning Center. I'm gonna show you right now. This is the school that I went to, and let me see. Oh no, sorry, it's the Brooklyn Adult Learning Center, which is the school that I went to. It has a 4 out of 5 rating. The teachers there are really good. I recommend it because they're really flexible with the hours. They have first shift classes and they have night shift classes. I believe it's Monday through Thursdays for both the day shift classes and night shift classes. I did the night shift classes because it was very convenient with my schedule. It worked with my schedule because after I worked during the day, I went straight to the school at night, and the time before the day that I registered, I had to go my day off and register during the day. I think you can also register on Fridays as well to get a seat, and you probably start within a week or so. They'll let you know your schedule, yada yada yada, and things from there. The classes isn't completely recommended for you, but it's helpful because you can ask questions, whatever works for you. If you don't mind going to classes and you want to ask the teacher questions and stuff, I recommend you do that. But also, don't depend on the classes to pass your GED alone, because there's people that's probably still there, miraculously praying that they pass the GED, depending on the teacher. You need to study on your own as well. The teacher is there to just guide and help you. You also have to guide and study yourself. I went both to the classes, and plus, after the classes, I went straight at home to study myself. Every single day I studied hard because I wanted to get that GED done. Some people think that, oh, it's easy and stuff like that. There's some people that's gifted. There's some people that could pass the GED, no problem, without the studying and all, right? Because they still memorize a lot of things, if that's the case, right? People say everything on the GED is common sense. Yes, a lot of things is, but at the same time, it's getting harder. It's getting harder by the years. By the years, as we progress in this economy, they're going to purposely make the GED harder. The test scores, I think the last requirements a few years back was about 400 and then went to 500. Now it's about 500 right now. I suppose, I think you need a 500 on all exams to pass. And there's, let me see, the subjects are the reading, writing, math, science, and social studies. You have to have you have to have a 500 or more. Yeah, it's a 500 or more from what I remember. I don't know if this changed now. Today's 2019, 2020 is coming around the corner. It could get harder. The score might be 550, 600 for each subject. A fifth of the scores that I got. I had the most score that I had was, let me just double check. The high score I had was on my social studies. It was my highest TASC score was 549. How they measure the scores is based on each subject. You have to get a 500 or more on each subject. A 500 out of 800 is about 65. If you get any lower than that or a point lower than that, you failed. You failed. Okay, give me a second. Anyways, like I said, if you get like a 499, they don't care. You failed. This is adulthood. This is real life. I can show you right here. Okay, sorry, don't mind the address. These are my scores. I don't mind showing it because I passed. See? TASC subtest 500 or more. Okay, this was the old score from 2002 to 2013. That was very easy. You needed at least a 60 to 55% of 100 to pass. Now it's 65 in 2000 since 2014. And they're going to make it harder. It was announced that they're going to make it harder. They're probably going to make it 620 or 50. And I'm not going to be surprised because they want to keep a lot of people down in the system. They want to control the system. That's the whole point. They don't want many people to pass. So they're going to make it harder. And it's like a business. In New York State, it's free. But the best and fastest way to get access to the free test or to take the GED and get a seat is to go and take classes. I recommend, if any one of you is in the New York State city area, I recommend this school, Brooklyn Adult Learning Center. I went there for a couple of months. I got a paper from the guidance office to sign up for the task, and also they also test you if you actually want to ask. There's time frames on every month. They have preparation tests where it actually feels like you're taking the actual test, and you can take them on the weekends. And if you pass any of those practice tests that you asked to take, then they will seat you to take the GED. That's the fastest way to take the GED or TASC exam. That's actually what I did. While I was going there, I was studying. It's been a month or two in the classes. I felt like, okay, I'm ready. The first two exams I took was the social studies, reading, and mathematics. I passed all three of them, and then I took the writing and the science. I passed those two, thank God. And I'll show you the things that I studied along the way. Memo Tricks, I recommend this website. It's a test preparation website. They have study guides, flashcards. They have, if you don't have to pay a dime if you want things for free. 4TASC or 4tests.com/task is where I also went. It has 30 questions each of mathematics, reading, science, and social studies. Okay? Another thing is that what I went was this website, taskpracticetest.com. It has reading, writing, math part 1, math part 2, social studies, science, and essay as well. I think they have, I'll show you an example. I also went on here to practice, especially for the social studies. See? Got the questions right here and everything. They let you, it's about 35 questions to complete. I think the math is about 40. I'm not 100% sure. Memo Tricks, you can also search on YouTube. Memo Tricks G.E.D. It's an actual classroom of each teacher, each teacher with different subjects. So for math preparation, you get a lady that explains everything to you. G.E.D, social studies, study guide. They got the language arts, they got science. They got a lot of stuff online by Memo Tricks, that could really help you out. These actually helped me. These helped me. So I recommend Memo Tricks. They also have a website and a YouTube. Go on to YouTube, watch the videos. It helped me a lot in the practicetest.com and for task.com. These actually help me, and these can help you get a better idea of what's gonna be on the TASC G.E.D test. Okay. As I said, I don't recommend you guys to always depend on the teachers. People just think like, oh, I'm just gonna go in the class, because I noticed when I was taking these GED prep classes, there's people there that wasn't taking it seriously. People were just there goofing off, talking to random girls. Some women were there to get boyfriends. People wasn't taking it seriously. There was a guy who left, and the teacher said, oh, he went back to his country. I'm like, why did he go back to his country for vacation? You have all the time in the world to go on vacation to your country when you have a GED to take. I just said, look, I'm not here for anybody else. If you want the GED bad, you get it bad. I wanted it bad. That's how badly I wanted the freaking GED. That's how bad I wanted the TASC GED. Okay, let's just call it GED. That's how bad I wanted it. I do not recommend those phony online stuff, okay? New York State does not accept online GEDs. I repeat, in many states, I recommend do not waste your time, do not waste your money on getting any GED or TASC certificates online. They're fake, they're a scam, and they're phony. You're paying hundreds of dollars for a GED certificate that's useless. Okay? The states is going to know. Why do you think jobs do background checks? Because when I was applying for jobs before, I'm just gonna tell you from experience, I thought that Penn Foster was an actual thing. Yes, Penn Foster. Okay? You can look it up. They said that it's the same thing as a high school diploma, but in New York State and other states, it's not fully recognized at all as an actual diploma. The state requires an actual diploma that you take the actual exam, because people could cheat online. That's the main reason why they do not accept online GED or TASC equivalent diplomas. Okay? You tell someone you take a GED online, they're gonna look at you as if you're an idiot or it's a joke. Don't do it. I'm just letting you guys know from experience. Don't do it. I took the GED in an actual classroom, the same school that I went to. That's where I took the GED. I think the test is done on the weekends. Like, I know it's Saturdays is most of the time. I think they did it on Sundays as well. I'm not sure, because it's been a while since I last went to the school and took the test, and I passed. See? Passed. Thank you. And it's about to be 2020. You gotta get your acts together. Get your acts together, because if they're gonna raise the scores right now and they're raising it more, they're gonna raise it next year. And they already know that in the future they could probably charge people to take the GED like they did before. They used to charge people for it. Now they made it for free, but there's a catch to get it for free. You have to go to classes. They want people to be prepared. They want to help you out. The only way for you to do it is that you go to the classes. You don't have to go all the time, but they're gonna kick you out of the program if you missed a lot of days. Okay? There are some people that I'm sure that they they dropped out of the program. They applied for the GED. They took the GED and they failed. Then guess what? They can't go back in the program. They took advantage of that. You don't want to be one of those people. Just letting you know, do what you have to do to succeed, because a piece of paper could go a long way. I was struggling without a GED before. Life is so much easier applying to so many jobs, and I've been to job to job to job, and I have proof that I got this, the piece of paper. When I didn't have it, no callbacks. Now that I got this, the government and they could do government background checks, so they know that you actually got this right here. Okay? At high school, they could just look it up and call them. Jobs these days, people think that, oh, they don't always check to see your credentials or to see if you actually have a high school diploma or anything like that. They're gonna check. They do check. They do check 100% of the time. It's better to be safe than sorry. Better to be safe than sorry. Got my GED. I was confident. I passed. You could do it too. Okay? That's all there is to it. Everyone has their own ways of passing the GED test. If you want to study 3 days, 4 days a week, that's up to you. You can study every single day. This is what I did. I studied every day, and I did my best. I got this done with. On the test, from experience, the test is a bit tricky and difficult. Okay, it depends on how well and how much you studied as well, and how much thought you put on the test. The lowest score I had was on the science. Science was tricky. Science was the most trickiest subject of all the other subjects I have taken. The math. Math is another one. The math was fairly easy. There was a lot of common sense questions, but they also had stuff to do with congruence, XYZ, the tables, graphs, things like that. Reading is one of the easiest as well for writing. Writing, I passed that with no problem. Social studies requires a lot of history, thinking, and whatnot. Okay? Anyways, this is Dan Black Vlogs. Feel free to comment down below if you guys have any questions. And those of you who are new to my channel, you can feel free to subscribe. It's up to you. And for people who are expecting any MGTOW content, I'm not going to be too into making any more MGTOW content any longer. I understand the game already and all the politics and things that's going on. I'm aware of what's going on right now. You know, I don't have too much time on my hands. I'm busy trying to get my life together and do what I have to do. So anyways, I'll save some other subjects another time. Peace out. Have a good one. Many blessings.